On November 24th, 1971, at the Portland International Airport in Oregon, a well-dressed man in his 40s, going by the name Dan Cooper, boarded a flight headed to Seattle. He looked like any other businessman, calm, polite, charming. Before taking his seat, he greeted those around him with a friendly smile, then sat down, opened a newspaper, and waited patiently for takeoff. Just 10 minutes after the plane was in the air, Cooper gently called over a flight attendant. He handed her a small note and quietly said, "Read it alone. Please, no fuss. I don't want to disturb the other passengers." The flight attendant, thinking it might be a flirtatious message, opened it right in front of him, smiling, but her smile quickly vanished. The note had just 6 chilling words. "I have a bomb. I'm hijacking this plane." With a calm voice and a steady smile, Cooper opened his briefcase to show her what looked like a real bomb. He then added, "There's another one hidden elsewhere on the plane. Both are wired to explode at the same time." The flight attendant immediately informed the captain, and just like that, the hijacking began. Cooper had only a few demands: $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes. To avoid panic, the crew acted like everything was normal. The plane landed in Seattle, passengers were safely released, and within an hour, the FBI delivered the money and parachutes. Now, with the money in hand, Cooper gave new instructions: fly to Mexico. But he had one specific request. The plane had to fly low and slow. Somewhere over the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, Cooper did the unthinkable. He opened the rear door of the aircraft, put on one of the parachutes, and jumped into the night. FBI helicopters were already tracking the plane, and they saw the exact area where Cooper landed. But by the time they reached the site, he was gone. The search lasted 20 days. Nothing. No body, no parachute, no trace, just gone. And so began one of the greatest mysteries in modern American history. Theories began to spread like wildfire. Theory no. She won. Cooper had an accomplice waiting for him in the forest. Someone who knew the area well and helped him escape before the FBI arrived. This is considered the most logical theory. Theory number 2. He was injured during the landing, died in the forest, and was eaten by wild animals. But no body, no clothes, and none of the money were found. So, not very convincing. Theory number 3. He was a survival expert, trained for this exact scenario. He hid in the forest for weeks, then escaped once the search cooled down, starting a new life somewhere else. Theory number 4, later disproven. He was working with the flight attendant. After jumping, he left the money with her for safekeeping. Later, she smuggled it out, but investigations found no connection between her and Cooper, ruling this theory out. Then, in 1980, 9 years after the hijacking, a child discovered bundles of decaying cash near a river close to the suspected landing area. The serial numbers matched the ransom money, and still, no sign of Cooper. To this day, the FBI has never closed the case, and no one knows who he really was. Even the name Dan Cooper turned out to be fake. There was no real identity, no photo, no trace, just a man who vanished, right in front of the FBI's eyes. But there's more. When the FBI searched Cooper's seat after the passengers were evacuated, they found something interesting. A crumpled piece of paper in the pocket in front of him. It had what looked like a typed-up set of instructions. They were for a specific type of camera, the kind used by serious photographers. And these instructions were for how to load the film properly. Was Cooper trying to give a clue as to what type of camera was used to take his picture? The FBI believes he wrote it himself. But the instructions made no sense. Why would a hijacker care about camera instructions? Well, here's what we believe happened. You see, the instructions weren't for the film. They were actually for the photographic paper. That way, whoever found the note could develop the photograph without any special equipment. But why would Cooper leave such a vague clue behind? Here are 2 possible theories. No. 1. Cooper planned to send the photo to someone after he landed. Maybe he wanted to brag about the successful hijacking, or maybe he was hoping to sell the story to the highest bidder. Or number 2, he left the clue intentionally for the FBI. It was a kind of calling card to let them know he wasn't afraid. In fact, he was enjoying the game. But why? Why would he want to play a dangerous game with the FBI? Well, Cooper didn't have much to lose. He was a nobody with a fake name and no real address. By leaving the clue, he was able to extend the mystery. He loved the attention. He loved being famous. So the question is, do you think Cooper was trying to send a message to someone? Let me know your thoughts below. This was today's story. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe for more mysterious hijackings. See you next time.